Seems like just yesterday I was making the first one of these. Now we're already on part 5. And if there's anything this channel and this series have challenged me in, it's getting things done. But like with any challenge, I've learned some valuable lessons along the way. Perfection has been something that I've strived towards for most of my life. And growing up, I always thought it was a noble cause. Of course you would want things to be perfect. Nothing is better than perfect, right? Well, what the last couple of years and becoming consistent on this channel have taught me is that perfection only exists up here. Perfection is a distraction. And that idea of wanting to do something perfectly 9 times out of 10 leads us to not even doing the thing in the first place. Think about how many times you had a really great idea, but before you even got started, you cut it off because you found one flaw in the idea. I know it's something I've done time and time and time and time again. And it's natural. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Wanting to do and be your best is a great thing, but you have to understand that your best is enough. There will always be an improvement you can make, and that's okay. Because I know personally, I'd rather create a bunch of excellent things instead of one perfect thing. Be willing to mess it up. Be willing to share your work, even if you know it has flaws. The results might surprise you. To an outsider, it might even be perfect. What are your principles? What do you stand on? What are the things that you will stick to no matter what? An example for me is alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. Many close friends have offered me or seen if they could convince me to take a drink. But I made the agreement with myself that that was a road I'm not going to go down. Now that doesn't mean I judge you or anyone who might drink alcohol. It's just the decision I made for me. And what I've recently realized is that creating your own principles for life can take away anxiety and stress, as well as make you more productive. And that's because of something called decision fatigue. Basically, the concept of decision fatigue states that we only have a limited amount of willpower for a certain day. And each decision shrinks that amount by a certain percent. But here's the trick. If you have things or situations that will lead to you making the same decision every single time, then it doesn't require willpower. And you can keep your levels high for the stuff that matters. For example, if I decide that every day when I wake up, I'm going to write a journal entry, and that's a principle I stand on, then it'll take no more willpower than it does for me to brush my teeth every morning. Another great example of decision fatigue and principles is this series you're watching. I created the principle that every off day I have from my work as a basketball player, I'm going to create a video for this channel. And since I made that decision, the amount of willpower it's taken to create these videos has been little to none because there's no decision anymore. So my challenge to you is create one principle for yourself right now and establish that as law in your life. Based on my experience, I don't think you'll regret it. Every time we set out to do great things, there's always going to be noise that distracts us, or at least tries to. Whether that be friends and family, co-workers, a boss, teacher, mentor, or just that little voice in your head. We have to find a way to hear everything that's happening, but still find our way back to the principles and rules we've put in place for ourselves. Because at the end of the day, the responsibility to get things done is going to fall on your shoulders. And only you will know at the end of this life how many of the things you were capable of that you actually did. And my hope is that after watching this, that percentage will have gone up, because in the end, you're gonna break somebody's rules. Just make sure they're not yours. I'll see you guys soon.